All right, guys, so the next stretch is the internal rotation stretch, okay? So for this stretch, you want to set up with the back leg 90 degrees, okay? This leg can be 90 degrees as well. It doesn't really matter. If you're having trouble, you can also straighten it out. So as you can see, I can straighten my leg perfectly out here, and I can keep rotated. Again, I've been working on this for a while. You might find difficulty. Find what position works for you. It might be here. This hip can come off the floor. That's okay. Or you can straighten the leg out, okay? Now, the other thing that we want to focus on here is not rotating the hip up. We want to think about sitting this glute back onto the mat, okay? So that is the goal of this stretch, is to sit the glute back. You're gonna feel a nice stretch. Some guys might feel it way down underneath. You'll also get a stretch across the top here, okay? You don't wanna feel a blocking, just a stretching sensation. If you get a blocking, make sure you message me. We have to work on the angle at which, but a lot of times if you feel blocked here and you're not getting a stretch feeling, it's a very big difference. You can lean away, okay? And then the other aspect we want to focus on is if you're getting pain on the inside of that knee, again, you want to sit the hip back. You don't want to rotate the knee into the floor, okay? So you're sitting the hip back. Again, you might have to lean away. You might be, if you lack a lot of internal rotation, you might be leaning way back here to start the exercise, okay? But eventually, you want to sit up nice and tall. And the biggest thing that's going to help is actually almost think about rotating towards this back ankle. Okay, so as you can see, if I twist and rotate my torso, it really locks my hip into internal rotation. And you can do the same thing even if you're leaning away. So if I'm leaning away, I can still rotate my torso towards that ankle, and I still get a good stretch through the internal rotators, okay? So again, you should feel this in the hip capsule. It should be a stretching sensation. You guys have been stretching long enough by now to know what that feels like versus what almost like a joint blocking sensation feels like. It's very different. It's very therapeutic. It feels really good in the hip, okay? But again, rotate that torso, and eventually you want to get to the point, no matter what position you're in, you can sit up nice and tall, and you can rotate your chest towards that back ankle comfortably, all right? So that's going to be the internal rotation stretch.